Going with Mirage for pretty much the entirety of 2022. That's been their first pick, but now it seems like they're shifting up their map pool. They're trying to go with something that is traditionally more tactical, which you think would fit a team that is so nerdy when it comes to nades.
Well, speaking of nades, couple of smokes, a Molotov, and a flash available on the T side here of Nuke. It's tabseN, the in-game leader, hunting for information outside, and the gunslinger Yuri dual easing towards the hut can be absolutely deadly. tabseN finding decent positional control, calls Krimbo to join him as well, and they're getting ready towards ramp. Slowly but surely making progress, and Safe playing right back in CT spawn, playing for that information. PT50 doesn't strike, but the USP certainly does.
Yeah, that PT50 does not get him far, and they've confirmed there's more bodies yard. That might be enough to get the gap through Art. He is alone, isolated, as he does have a couple of warning shots connecting. Drop to try and get through this first fight, and yeah, Art has to give it up. It's dropped though, an opportunity goes awry. They have got access to ramp, and actually they're going hell. Two of them there. Turning tail, FURIA getting run at, but still not much lethality. One back from Heights, it's Faven good for a Glock frag as well. 3-on-3. Lobby's been surged upon.
Yeah, a little bit messier from FURIA than you might expect. We'll pump the brakes for now, 35 seconds, as they start to ascend up towards heaven. KSCERATO on the bomb side floor, patrolling multiple angles here, and he's got Krimbo make his way towards outside as well. So it will be a commitment towards upper as soon as he feels like he's ready to pull the trigger.
Next frag might determine this round. Krimbo, ooh, good favorable timing on this one. He's gotten across. KSCERATO, we're not expecting that. Krimbo, a good headshot back. And Yuri needing the trade, unable to provide. It's a double from Krimbo to slow the pace of this round right down. I say, as Art comes up the ladder, it should be over right here, right now. Overwhelmed, and Big Clan convert.
Beautiful pistol from Big Clan. So many layers to that one, so much space taken. They feigned like they were going outside, then they ended up taking that ramp control, immediately proceeding into hell. It felt like FURIA really never had a complete grasp over what Big were going for in that round.
And they had ample opportunity to find a couple of frags here as well. I think the minimum was 2 in this scenario here, but Krimbo makes his way towards outside, recovers that P250, and does God's work with a couple of kills towards main entrance, and it will be FURIA with the full spy response here. 5-7s pretty much across the board, Safe with the scout, and we will see a plethora of rifles here for Big as they start to make their way through the lobby. Smokes down towards outside, but no one behind them, so trying to force some rotations towards outside, but KSCERATO in a decent position here, allows one of them to slip through.
Yeah, it was a bit of a team flash, but Faven has not stopped until forced to. Nice one back from Drop, but still the T's taking complete access to that A site. Art from Heaven, the only one that could voice concerns. And the molly would force him back. Flash going to have to be delayed if they even want to give this a look in. Looks like they might just go for a second bite into the third.
That's all they can do, really. This round is over. Might as well take the Kevlar and upgraded pistols into the next. Otherwise, you'd just be throwing cash away. Big handled that one very well. Hyped will be the last remaining player in the bomb site, just confirming that no one's going for it. A slight hunt can be called here. You don't want to be going all in, though. You've got nothing to gain, really, apart from removing some 5-7s and deagles.
Got a little bit sketchy there at the door.
Yes.
Just good counter smokes, a lot of utility flooding that position, but we'll see if Safe's able to pick anything up at the end of this one. But no, Krimbo continuing his strong form. He's been the top-rated player for Big throughout this event thus far. And that's a great sign for Big because last year was one that probably didn't hit the mark completely for Krimbo. He had to switch spots every time there was a new player coming in and out of the roster. It was Krimbo that was getting the short end of the stick. He kept having to change things up in terms of, was he lurking, was he anchoring, was he rotating? All these different positions were thrown at him, and he did serviceably well, but now he's getting into his comfort zone, and you're starting to see the real potential unlocked.
Well, we'll get into what should be a bit of a gimme situation for the Germans. We will see them up against just USPs, a couple of 5-7s. And in terms of the stack, not too much to report here. 3 players towards ramp, and it's down to Art to try and cause some damage here as they cross over towards Secret. He's got the timing. He could swing out in the next couple of seconds and maybe find one. This is his opportunity, and they have eluded him. So looking for Krimbo here.
The
one
awareness.
step ahead. Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, Krimbo really switched on. And it seems that the game plan changes. Like now you've got access to the low site, Keto's going to be investigating. The rotate likely to be quite substantial. And as he makes these steps, throws these nades, 3 players have descended. So it's a good call from Big.
Yeah, idyllic start here, to be honest with you. Their map pick, T-side of Nuke. 3-0 should be locked in at this stage as well, and it's a crazy situation. They've got a bit of a bonus round coming up as well for the Galils, the MAC-10s, 3 of those rifles. and they're off to a bit of a flyer here. FURIA, if they can find a couple of kills with these 5-7s, that would be most welcome, just to keep the finances at bay, keeping them a little bit more modest, but you can see Big not giving anything away in these sort of scenarios. Even though they know they're up against not much, they want to make sure they handle this as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, we saw FURIA in that third map game against Movistar Riders playing Nuke. I just reminded myself that their T side was very dominant. They came out of the gate and it was just 8-1, just flattened Movistar Riders. And so that's something that Big Clan will probably be cognizant of, that the hard work may not be done in the first half. You may have to deal with and set up a strong defense.
What's scary about FURIA going into the second half is that they have expanded their playbook quite a bit since the last time we really talked about them. In 2022, they were so focused on ramp hits, door hits, just A-pops in general. And finally, this season, we're starting to see that they're unlocking the outside of the map. We talked to Drop on the couch afterwards. He said that, you know what, we just needed to expand our playbook. We needed to do a little bit more. And it's actually paying off for them, at least in that Movistar game it did.
Yeah, we'll see if it can be built upon, as Favor's looking to get an extra couple of frags.
Yeah, this isn't a bad call at all. Like, not a big deal if he goes down. He got that Mac 10. If he does find a frag, it's another $600. So might as well see what's available to him. I suppose he gets dropped here. 1 HP on KSCERATO, trying to avoid certain death here. Ringing around the rosy, and it will be having to close things out. 3-0 and the bonus round in full force here. 3 Galils and a Mac 10 and a double AWP setup, Maui. On the CT side of Nuke, they love the double AWP setup. We've been talking about it in the green room.
It's a bit of a crutch, though. And against a team like Big, you expect this to be some kind of pop play, given that they have the Mac 10, a few Galils, as a matter of fact. And so this might come back to bite FURIA very quickly if they are not ready for a fast play.
I've never been a fan of double AWPs on Nuke. A lot of teams have run it in the past, but first gun round up against this strange buy, you know they're going to be doing something a little bit unexpected with the Galils and Mac 10 in hand, but let's see how they handle themselves. Safe and out with the sniper rifles. 3 of the M4s towards the upper bomb site for now.
Just good early utility from FURIA. They stopped the rush. It did look like Big was trying to make that happen, but there was just too much there for them to run through.
Some nades towards that top site. Favorite not going to have anyone home. Par for the course for FURIA here on this setup. 3 towards that top. Yuri intermittently checking on the yard position, safe supporting him.
It's towards ramp, though. They're starting to posture. That's Tabson, in-game leader with the bomb on his back as well. Waiting for any aggression, any inquisitive CTs on the other side, but not giving away too much so far. They do have a couple of smokes, one of which has been deployed outside, as they get ready to potentially go through squeaky door here. Remember, the Mac 10 to lead the charge, and CT seem to be ready and waiting for this pop.
Yeah, and you've got to get through KSCERATO. If this dude maintains anything close to the form he's had, it's going to be very tough to break him. Someone that can rustle up multi-kills when most wouldn't.
If they can get the bomb down here and make it an expensive round, job done. It's unlikely you convert these with the Galils, but we'll see what they make of it. 20 seconds, here comes the full commitment.
Yeah, they chipped off KSCERATO down to 40. Tabson on the way in. Good for the first as well. Favored in unison. Down goes the AWP, and this one catastrophic for FURIA. This was supposed to be a bonus. You framed it already, Henry. Look what they've left with.
And you saw how isolated that AWP player on the bomb side floor as well. Like, what are you supposed to do if you miss one shot? Like, you're flashed as well. They don't even find a single kill. Alex.
Yeah, double AWPs, dude. I mean, like, that is another downside of the double AWPs is you lose one, it's a huge financial burden. Never mind losing 2. Safe really desperately wants to hold on to this one.
They do get maximum loss bonus into the next round. That's something. They save the AWP. They can at least partially buy around it, but this one is not the start they were looking for. Now upgrading those Galils to M4s, AK-47s, AWP picked up as well. This is massive. The money will be spiraling out of control. They get $3,500 on top of the massive haul they already have. And there we have it. Safe will survive the AWP, and he'll have to go huge. Perhaps Nuclear to stand a chance in the next round here. 4-0 locked in.
All right, well, Safe was able to get one at the very end, but the fact that Big were able to keep 5 alive for the vast majority of that round just speaks testaments to how kind of poor and brittle that setup was for FURIA. We already talked about the fact that they were running double up, but when Big's nades are flying at you too, imagine just scoping down any angle, and then you're just full-whited. What are you even supposed to do? Yeah.
So it is the partial buy. They have the AWP. This round certainly possible to win. 5-7s, a single CZ for Art, and they've got smoke to buy some time here.
Yeah, quite an aggressive setup here, and Hyped is so prepared. Perfection from the young Orpler as he does anticipate a second.
He's a bit of a sicko on Nuke, isn't he? Very aggressive, not playing for the clutches, he's playing for the openers.
And also, we talked about it actually when we were casting with Cadian. He talks about the fact when you know there's an AWP in play, you're probably not going to want to go yard. What do? They send the AWP ramp, and Hyped is ready for it. He's anticipating an aggressive ramp peak. And it's essentially round defining. I mean, what are you supposed to do? They had a little potency, but it's been taken away in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, more for Hyped. Oh, baited. The whole squad coming, though, as he's going for wall bangs as well. That's threatening.
Well,
nothing for these 5-7s.
They've managed to take the AWP down. Just a formality as to how they close this round out now. 1 minute on the clock. KSCERATO patrolling for any flanks outside. As you might expect, CTs can start to push in towards T-spawn and try and go for the backstab. That's what they'll be trying to maneuver right now, but KSCERATO is in a prime spot to probably get both of these kills, to be honest with you.
Are you a CZ man, Maui, or a 5-7 man?
5-7 is just so powerful right now. It's so good. I think a couple people are starting to switch over because of just what Hunter has been doing with the CZ, but Hooksy said himself that he thinks, objectively speaking, the 5-7's just a better gun, and I have to agree with him.
I do think there'd be more of a debate if we got the kill reward reverted. Like, it does seem silly that pistol only gives you $100.
That's true. That seems like just something that hasn't been
left
changed.
over.
It's a
relic. Residual,
yes.
A relic of the Fnatic JW era where you just pull it out and it build it in a second.
It's like an SMG, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your little Lego gun.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, exactly. It does look like something out of the Lego movie.
So, KSCERATO finding a Galil. You might not even want to use that in going to this next round, considering you're on the back foot, you're 5-0 down, but it will do, I suppose. You've got a smoke and a Molotov as well. As mentioned, they will have the maximum loss bonus, so they could run the double AWP setup again. I don't think they will. I think they need to focus on the fundamentals and just have a couple of solid standard rounds here. But there it is, Big with Survivor 4 again. They've got everyone in 5 digits of cash here on the T side of Nuke as we enter round number 6. This was fantastic from Hyped. Always so precise, always in the right place at the right time, and it will be a counter-terrorist tactical timeout.
I love that Keto said he reminds him of Monacy.
Right.
What a bold comparison.
That's a pretty big statement there. That said, it's going to be the double AWP setup. I have to say, it will be safe and wielding the big greens once more. Gary chiming in. They'll need a bit of advice here. Just to know, KSCERATO will keep the Galil for round number 6.
I just don't think for FURIA you can really justify the double op with how big want to play this map. If they're going to be going for these kinds of sight pops, then you're better off with another rifle. But we see that FURIA once again opted for the ops, so they just have to force an opening pick. You absolutely cannot play back on your heels. You can't let Big just exec into you if you're going to play this sort of lineup with your weapons.
See if it continues to go sour for FURIA. Double AWPs are out. Art's already posted his towards the ramp side. And, well, Krimbo, he's going to be on his way, no doubt about it. Safe to set up Secret. Art pushing up just a little bit as Krimbo's the first to fall. KSCERATO posts his second frag. A big one to find. Squeak smoked. Going to have to buy some time. There's Big Clan. Yeah, they're on the back foot for the first time. Let's see if they can dig themselves out of trouble.
Yeah, where do they want to go? Ramp is locked down by Art and the AWP. Yuri starting to find positional control outside as well.
Wow.
Look at him go. He is a squeaky AWPer. I swear.
Sick. Every time he goes towards squeaky door of the AWP, there's always a frag to be found. Back to a 4-on-4. And bear in mind, the CTs are going for outside control.
And they got two AWP tank. If they get into this site, they're not getting back in. Look, here comes Tabson. Okay, lets it slip. Yuri, a good one. Faven back. Yuri.
Oh!
Meets Hype Torp again with the double.
Now the double AWPs on the retake here as well.
Keto does need to get in to get that bomb down. He should have free access. Safe's not going to be brave enough to go wide on Heaven. He's still got to wait for Art as well.
If they go down low with the bomb here, they're in a lot of trouble. Molotov towards Heaven, double Molotovs, and one of those, they both get extinguished. That's wild.
Oh dear.
Still so hard to get in with the double ops, though.
And no kits.
On Hurt. Coming in
They're waiting
unison.
for a mistake to come through. I don't think it'll be presented.
Yeah. It's a lot to sacrifice. You've got no kit as well. Like, you're just hoping someone is going to overstep the mark. It's going to have to be Art. Missed shot, good catch, hype down. Keto in the clutch. Kit on hit, unhurt. A 10-second defuse though. It's just not realistic. One good spray. One good spray! Keto! He's letting go! The 10-second defuse right in front of his face!
He shot everywhere but on top of the player. The double orb setup, it prevails. The retake successful. It's unfortunate for Big, but there's the first round for FURIA.
Yeah, they barely survived with a Looney Tune bullet outline of their player.
Oh, God.
It was all on a plate for him. The smoke saves the day. And the bait out shot from Art was beautiful there to bring it back to the 2 versus 1, but I dare say Keto should have won it. A couple more bullets landing would have been the difference maker. If he gets that kill, they can't defuse.
This still, to me, is not proof that the double op is working, though. It does seem like the main game plan is flawed for FURIA, but still, sometimes all it takes is a little breath of life.
Yeah, we'll see if they can build upon it. KSCERATO, speculative shots, and it's actually Yuri that's been taken down first.
Nice shot.
Safe. A lot more of that came from 2 more pushing this yard position. They know they've got him trapped on red, but he's going to take some bodies with him. Tabson got tagged up. Still hits KSCERATO in the meantime. Safe knows he's on a timer.
How is he alive?
I don't know. Now he's worried about that swing. A good shot takes down Tabson, and Safe will fall.
Well, that's going to be man advantage now, and they've spotted Drop towards outside as well. Significant damage on either side, but Drop will confirm the 2-on-2. Art, positional control of the ramp from here, making his way towards lobby, hunting for one of the T's out of position. It's Hyped, of course, by the squeaky door. Big battle coming in towards trophy room, and Hyped hits the shot but doesn't find the frag.
Oh, he's quick, isn't he? The wallbang not far off, just not at the right angle. And so it is the 2 young guns, Krimbo and Hyped, in the big leagues now. Up against Drop and Art, both towards the heaven side. With 30 seconds left, they're either going to hedge their bets or split.
Yeah, time is of the essence. They've got a couple of
Have
flashes.
they got time to go lower? I'm not sure.
They could do event drop. That's about it. You're going to have to be pretty speedy about that. You're probably going to have to start running now, so
Yeah.
it does seem like they're committing towards A with this pace.
Flash will be good. That will take... Oh, I think there's a kill there.
Oh, he's let it go! Do they have time?
I don't even
It's
know.
so
I think
close.
so. I think
Oh.
so, lads.
They got it. They got it. Oh, and he's right in the open.
Oh, he still gets the shot. Can you clutch up? Hyped is nuts. This would be a massive clutch. Tagged up by the nade, but Hyped's hitting every shot he takes. Doors closed. A courtesy provided to Hype. Drop versus Hype. The orb's too good! And Big Clan, with 0.5 seconds in it, managed to pull it out of the hat.
I can't believe that it Drop closed the door there. Just took away one of his own options, but Hyped, delivering from the back silo there. What a performance. This guy is so explosive. This is exactly what Big needed to recover from Sursen's departure.
Oh, a monster performance from Hype once again, but begs the question, you close the door, you give up your position essentially. He saw it was open, then it's closed, and you know he's got you isolated. You have to come through window. Hook, line, and sinker as Hyped seals the deal, 6-1. And the ramifications are drastic now as we will have to see a partial buy for FURIA.
Yeah.
5-7s. Desert Eagle and the Scout trying to strike first, but Keto beats him to the punch as the L-block smokes are deployed. Lots of outside control garnered, as Keto can hear footsteps on the other side of these smokes as well.
He's got a very good idea of what's coming. The flash through. Art spamming the dig with a white screen. Does do damage, significant damage, but the round should just fall into place. Yuri trying to disrupt a good dig to the head of Faven. Now just trying to elope. He's got support. Coming up the secret side is KSCERATO. Trying to draw fire,
They
bait
boxed
and
them
switch.
in.
Just like that. And now the Deagle's hitting shots and KSCERATO will finish. They recover it. And now Keto in jeopardy. He just wants to play time if he can. As Krimbo has to do the dirty work, but down he goes. KSCERATO 3 on the 5-7. It's all up to Krimbo. Good chip damage. Gets him low.
So, a whole backpack full of utility here. Krimbo deploys the Molotov, but can't control the spray. That was a freebie. One bullet connects, and he's down to a 1 versus 1. That frag eludes him, is still in the round here as he recovers the C4. Heading down towards Secret and indeed the lower bomb site, and the CTs now need to work out how they maneuver their way together.
He's got lots of util as well, so it's maybe smoke on bomb, plant inside. This is the fight. This is the fight for Krimbo. Closes the doors, could be fake sound. Anticipating a vent drop. KSCERATO pauses for a moment. They do have a bit of a tight timer here. They need to get
There's no kit.
some information.
Yeah, they're waiting. But Krimbo's not doing anything here, but he strikes at the perfect time. The sound cue comes through, and he seems to know exactly where KSCERATO is. Swats the shoulder and takes him down. Another huge clutch comes in favor of Big. 7-1. Krimbo closes it out.
Really nice of Krimbo to hold his nerve. Despite whiffing that entire spray on
Right.
that player falling,
Yeah, that's fair.
Still able to put the round together, still uses utility well, and still out-timings the two fangs of FURIA.
I don't want to say it, but it is 7-1 right now. Just Brazilian team on the server.
And against the German one.
Exactly. Just don't want to point out the obvious. But it is happening.
Oh my God, you're right. I think it is just, it's like the, you know, we're imitating art at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's just 7-1. Of course it is. Of course
German
it
versus
is.
Brazilian team. We've actually done it.
Yeah, and we'll take a timeout to really relish in it. Let's
Yeah.
linger in it as Twitch
Just
chat
bask in the
all
moment.
Spam it, everybody get it out of your system. And we'll get back into the action shortly. First map as well, like, I mean, it's worth highlighting that this series is anticipated by most to be one for the full three. Vertigo is our second. Now, that was FURIA's pick. And we actually had Godby on the post show, and he did make the offhand remark, like, oh, Vertigo is not bad. We'll see. We'll get to see it now.
He was being nice.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
probably their worst, along with Overpass.
Well, he was picking Overpass against Saw because he wanted to practice. Maybe Vertigo is just going to be another bit of a very official practice.
Well, here we go. Round number 9. Goes without saying that FURIA have their backs to the wall here. 1 round picked up on their CT campaign.
I like that. Forward CT setup on Yard, but there's not going to get much action. Yet.
Yeah.
Well, Nade's not connecting, though, for Big. We're used to those gimmick plays really working off for them, but this time around, no damage inflicted. In fact, Keto somehow took some damage. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay, well,
They're coming.
there's the opening pick for FURIA. We haven't seen this too often.
Yeah, they should be able to build upon this. How diligent will Keto be? Yuri is in such a hard clear. Like, Art is going to draw all your fire. Not if you don't check it. And Yuri still remains unseen. Now another frag comes through. This is perfect from FURIA. The dream counter blow to the big clan Yard Crawl. It is hyped in the clutch. Something I found myself saying an awful lot over the last few days.
Well, he's in his trademark position here, Alex, with the squeaky door positional control. We'll see what he can do. He's got a flash, a Molotov, and 4 players to find. Might as well give it a crack. We'll have a look if there's any sort of opening here available. Investigates towards the hub first, and there is a rival sniper on the other side. That's going to be safe. He normally hits these kind of shots, but certainly in a disadvantage, as he'll take the swing momentarily.
How good is he? He's anticipating a walk through hut. Safe's not going to give it to him. Doesn't need to. And is he just going to be hiding in plain sight with 10 seconds left? Yeah, it looks like Safe's given up the angle and Hype's going to get away with it. Hiding right in the mouth of that hut. And a second round comes through for FURIA. A clean one as well. Some AKs, those insta headshots going to be handed out to the double fangs. That's scary if Yuri and KSCERATO continue to heat up. And just as you highlight that 7-1, it's quickly going to start to grow for the defense.
Just have to point out the fact that this worked for FURIA, and they only had 1 op. They moved away from the double op. They put Art on a rifle. He was able to find an easy trade frag in the midst of that, and they're able to walk away with a victory. So maybe it's time to move away for the game plan. Hopefully that's what Gary said to the crew during that last time out.
Something spicy's about to go down. Tabson had a lot of cash. He opts for the MAC-10 instead. It suggests a very fast strategy will be coming through, a risky one, knowing that a player is going to be sacrificed. So keep your eyes on Tabson. Should be leading the charge in this one, as we'll see the utility deployed and Tabson getting ready to pop out the hut. And here comes the flash and the commitment. He does go down, but the trade is good.
Immediate trade out of Faven, and it puts them into a bit of a tailspin for FURIA. You don't know what's on the other side of these smokes, I say, as Yuri has found a little gap, and Art has found a frag. Quick one back. Keto shuts him down, and on the gap, Yuri profits. A nice shot, Safe emerging as well from the heaven smoke, dropping into the side. That's a hard commitment. And he's exposed. A free frag for Hype. Suddenly, the odds have been leveled out, and now, with the bomb, heading in towards the site shortly, Hype will get it down, uncontested. Krimbo in a prime position to cover the main side. Is anybody considering a return from heaven? Yeah, that's Hype's responsibility.
Kits available. Bomb ticking at some pace now to get to the halfway point. Hyped finding control towards the huts. But both players on the CT forces coming in from heaven. Flashbang deployed. And here we go. The commitment starts. And Yuri will find the first frag and KSCERATO to close things out. Decent retake there, and they've got enough time to get the defuse in. Got a bit scary, but well handled. And you have to say, I respect it from Big. It wasn't a default or working the map. They had a set piece in mind, and they got the trades, the bomb down. The 2-on-2 just doesn't go in their favor.
I'm sorry, I'm only laughing because of what they picked up.
The double
off the
ults, is
floor.
it? Yeah.
Oh,
Maui,
no.
cover your eyes, man. Cover your eyes.
And last round, Art was able to do so well with the rifle yet again.
Again.
He made this push. And
Yeah.
this
I had your words in my head as he pushed out. I was like, oh, there it is again. Yep. A proactive trade. And they win the round. So that's 2 for 2. 2 rounds out of the 3 they have was with 1 AWP.
Let's see if the trend continues.
Yeah.
Let's see if FURIA are able to make it work with a double op, but as history has shown us, it has not been effective.
Certainly exploitable. Here comes Safe. Very, very aggressive. More commonplace as of late off the HE. He's going looking. Open for a late cross towards Art's position. Safe's already filled the feed with 1, but the other Ort gone. Art eats lead. Yuri on the retreat. Oh, right. Flirting with some real aggression there. Wants to make it clear. They were gunning for Yuri. Re-smoke on Squeak. Plenty more where that came from on KSCERATO's belt. Miles away from the fight.
If FURIA can win this one, they'll finally break the back financially of Big Clan here. And they're kind of out of position. Nothing looking too promising as they juggle around some utility towards the roof. It's going to be on the back of Tabson here. He's got the bomb as well. Comes back in towards the lobby and looks like they're coordinating themselves towards ramp potentially. Now it's going to be Yuri with the M4A4, just a flashbang. He'll be playing for information, maybe 1 kill and drop down. He can't commit to 2. As a bit of a faking comes in towards upper. Now comes the ramp commitment. So like we said, 1 will do, drop down, get the hell out. Perfectly played.
Yeah, he's just playing it by the book there. Puts Big in real dire straits. 20 seconds and you've got nothing to celebrate. The smoke's only just faded now on Squeak. You got 18 seconds to work with. What you got for us, Krimbo? Safe. Oh, active! And he even catches hype, trying to run him down. Keto leaps out of the door and Safe will greet him with a bullet. Incredibly well played by the Brazilian AWPer. And he'll finish with pizzazz.
Wow. Cadian's conversation about how do you make an op work when he's already in that hut, and I think Safe just answered that question. You just keep battling. You just keep fighting. You just keep winning every fight that comes your way.
Love this third onto Keto. He did everything to pull the crosshair, bait the shot, and just tracks it.
Good stuff. Well, there we have it. They have managed to force Big down to just an eco here. Desert Eagles, a couple of pieces of Kevlar. But this is a chance for them to really sink their fangs into round number 12 and maybe even still win the half. Not all is lost just yet. Terrible start, but they are recovering this one as Safe continues to find bodies outside. A double kill with the AWP. Strong grenade towards ramp. Should be 2 more kills on the docket for Art, but they will take him down and find a couple of deagle frags themselves.
Okay, well, it should end here. It should. Krimbo is always a threat. Drop's got the flank. And he's not going to force the issue. Tamsin is, as he tries to get that bomb down. KSCERATO will be able to confirm no bodies across.
Yeah, they're just locking him in right now. They are leaving the hell path open, and so Safe keeping an eye on that, but with the timing, he has to worry about outside now too. There's so many things, but it does seem like Big are making their way towards lower at this point. KSCERATO right there behind that control door.
Yeah, doesn't look good for Big, but a plant would certainly change the landscape of the round. Fakes it out, Tabson hoping for a reaction. He gets one, but not more than he bargained for, unfortunately. Bomb dropped and round over. Krimbo so far removed. He'll be making his way towards ramp, just for formality at this stage. If he gets a frag, fantastic, but wants to die here, as counterproductive as that sounds.
And nihilistic as it sounds. For Krimbo, life is meaningless. And he wants to die. There we go.
Yeah, reincarnation is the proper way for him out of that one.
Whoa, I don't know. You should have heard Hank about Ghost yesterday. Let's not bring up reincarnation. I don't think we're ready for that. The Venom.
Do you believe in ghosts, Maui?
Personally, not really.
Are you agnostic to them?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm agnostic.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
All right.
I like that. That's the best way to frame it. Yeah, like once I've seen a ghost, when I'm a fully grown
I'm open to see
adult.
one.
Yeah, when I'm a fully grown adult and I've not taken any hallucinogenic substances.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm I would love to believe in them, but I just don't think there's any proof or anything that suggests otherwise, apart from a big fan. No, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Can't say. A lot of people have told me about their stories or spottings, but until I hear something convincing, it's a big no from me, I'm afraid.
I heard someone smarter than me.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, aggressive out of the smoke. Come back to that, because already down in secret is Keto. Faven kept it level, a quick knee-jerk trade, but Art already rotates through to fill the gap. He has responsibility for this position, and if he goes down, yeah, it looks like KSCERATO's already hedged his bets, actually. He just descended down the vent in support of Art. Means that they are quite spread out. You can see just flirting with both options at the moment as the slither gap, profitable for Safe, a massive head to take.
Yeah, he's got a ton of kills in the last 3 rounds.
He has. It's like 4, then 3, now 1. tabseN has heard the drop-off.
Yeah, he definitely heard that. That gives him an option there. They could go for a ramp pinch. I think tabseN could easily opt for that one, but he actually opts for Heaven. Okay, he can find a flank here, but it does seem like they're keyed in on his angle. KSCERATO ready for it. He knew that option was available, and now this FURIA defense tightens up.
Does that make sense? He said, you can't believe in something that you, or you have to doubt something to believe in it. You have to be able to doubt it. Because to believe in it, you have to doubt it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you know it.
Yeah,
that makes sense, right?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Because I was just having it in my brain. I was like, does what he say actually make sense?
There can't be a shadow without light.
Yeah, yin and yang, baby. Keto's about to get a 1v3.
He might do, actually. It's looking relatively promising. He's got a prime position
This
as
is
well.
a nightmare to clear.
Yeah, I don't mind it. KSCERATO should be able to trade him out, but you never know. This could get wacky.
First is free. Second from the door as well. Bait from Decon. Drop. Oh, good for the headshot. He's not had the most frags, but I feel like Drop's been having impact. And that one's a big one. Closes it up to 6-7. We are getting to the real pointy end of this first half. And FURIA are on a run. I mean, we said 7-1, and then ever since, you blink, you miss it. We've had 5 sequential rounds out of the Brazilians.
Yeah, it's looking a lot more promising now. Safe delivering the majority of the goods here. And nice work from Drop as well. Closing things out. Good trade potential there as we get into round number 14. No tactical timeout from what I can see. We've got a Galil on the hands of tabseN, opting for the utility over the firepower. And we'll see what they've got up their sleeves here. Haven't posted around in some time, and Wilby's going to be picking up the pace once again. Krimbo feeling it, but goes down, caught up in the flames. Tagged by the bullets, and it's an early 5-on-4 with Art having full control towards Trophy Room as well.
They've taken so much space away. FURIA, they're looking like they want to pull off this lobby cruncher. They still could. They're right behind these smokes, though, and with the man advantage, no real reason to press the issue, but you never really can count FURIA out for making what some would consider a suboptimal play.
Yeah, but just how quick into this round, a big just under the thumb, you know, like dink, already down a man. Krimbo, I understand, trying something quick. KSCERATO handles it, and now, yeah, you're already kind of scratching your head.
So how do they recover this one?
Trying to do a nade stack.
Indeed.
It doesn't look like there's any target for this, though.
Waiting out the smokes towards Squeaky.
They're going to want to nade, then try to pop right after that smoke fades. Hopefully it softens that player up.
See tabseN coordinating the timings here. Ready and raring to go. Here come the nades. And someone might be home to receive them, but Drop, who welcomes them with a double kill with the AK-47. That should be round concluded here. 30 seconds remain. They've got full control of the upper bomb side. tabseN pulls one back, but how do they even get out of the HUD at this point? Galil and an AK, now just the former. And for now, it is going to be just Faven.
And that went about as well as it could have. The nades actually landed right on Drop. He just hit an incredible spray, just finding 2 headshots immediately. Yeah, FURIA have done a great job tightening up. That timeout at 7-1, everybody got their laughs in, but FURIA, they're the ones that are getting the last laugh.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite a stunning comeback. And you know, the foreshadowing of when we discussed FURIA's T-side and how it has become, you know, and the next step in the evolution, adding another string to their bow, and never understood that expression. But they certainly did, in the sense that they now have access to Yard as well as their very suffocating topside takes. Many teams at the top level of Counter-Strike integrating elements of FURIA's top pressure with wall bangs, the nades, and pace. Well, speaking of pace, Keto down to a Mac 10, a couple of Galil sacrifices as well. Let's see if Big can at least close out with a win. They may have forgotten what it feels like.
Upper rush.
Jesus, Tapson, slow your roll and spray is going down today on A. 3 frags in the opening seconds.
Complete drive-by there.
He just full running Galil.
Yeah, it's pretty effective though.
Yeah.
Got the job done, and Yuri towards main entrance has got a lot of work to do.
He can play
here.
around this. Okay, no, he can't. Hype's playing around it a little bit better.
Yeah, indeed. And Art's going to be the last victim of this. Big will leave with the 8th. A little bit of a resuscitation at the end there. We will be swapping sides. Big take to the defense will be RB.
He be riding on the wave, I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. He be riding on the wave, I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. Mad as savage in me back and I'm back in it happening, ready to blow. I remember doing deeds with Deji from the street, they left me on my own. Monkey asking me about how I got the P, I told her leave it mum and grow. Then they're ringing off my phone. Then they're ringing off my phone. Times change, but mine's made though. I ain't got line patience, tried then, don't like bait. Let's come close, but I swear that. Went ghost with a hurt pack, never boast loud. Get your better whack to my condo where I birth tracks with a gang. Catch that for the gram, snap that for the man. These dudes do the most, no money in the hand. I ain't never had to feel away. Rhyme steady and they feel the way. Occupation make it either way. Never worry cause I can. Back chat from the whack gang. Took charge when they sack man. Passport when a milestone. Make space when the bags land. This must be a daydream. Max got me the mad plan. My team never lied on. Due a visit from the facts man. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th. Fake clothes, same watch, fake crep, same fuck, same squad, same lots, but flop, ain't what I'm on, aim up. Don't stop, we beat leveling, proceeds increase heavily. Don't need this man's energy, I be the one, beat the one. I don't make a song to make a song, and the vibe is right, the mic will let me on to the signs. I light a bite and spit the strong in the line, pick me first before I'm gone. I ain't straight sicker with the wordplay, syllables spin, I don't fidget when I burst. Minimal talk when I work late, fuck what you think, but my work rate, celebrate wins like a birthday. This is 3-6, got a mean list to the tracks. You man busy sleeping when I brainstorm as a plan. Link Tandy on the underground, I don't even have to ask. Miss laughing with my brother now, I ain't talking about Dan. Catch up when he lands, snapshot with the fam. KL did a madness, back soon going ham. Come see how we ride out, short change but we smile proud. Been blazed for a while now, stay ready for the jam. He be riding on the wave, I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the 8th. She ain't ready for the 8th.
My God, he's a viral! The best of the game!
Are you ready to rock and roll? In the blue corner, a team of considerable size clan. It is Big taking on FURIA, that Panther that continues to prowl through Group B of our ESL Pro League 17 bloody season.
Where did all the time go, Alex?
Where did it go? It never stops. Time waits for no man. And Maui knows all too well as he's joining us, myself and Henry G. Let's get this party started.
Well, this is an interesting setup for FURIA. 3 smokes on a T-side pistol of Nuke. You don't see that too often. I would have thought they were going outside, but they've naded off the squeaky door, smoke towards main, flashes deployed, and the Molotov on top of the hearts here. So it is going to be a full commitment towards upper. Safe certainly seems to think so. He's going down the vent, though.
Yeah, Keto is going to be there very early. They're actually going to clear our secret side. This is going to be very unusual for Tabson. He's going to be aware of it. Art's already opening the door and planting, or considering it. Keto's going to be unchecked. Tabson loses the duel up close. Keto jumps. Oh, okay. Nearly made a meal of that one. Still a problem. Bombs down. Out of the hands of Art. Faven to rotate through. This is a funky pistol. Yuri's still outside, and he wins his duel with hype. This is mad. Faven and Krimbo are going to hit shots in unison. A 4v2 goes 2-on-2 in the blink of an eye at the drop of a hat. Krimbo could knock another balaclava off of the face of Yuri. Only drop, 1-on-1 as he isolates Faven. Elopes through the single door. Playing wicked games with Krimbo as they both meet head-to-head, face-to-face, playing games his drop as he dips into the vents. He's played that to perfection.
Yeah, couldn't ask for more from dropping that one. He gets 2 frags in the round and absolutely outclasses Krimbo in the 1v1. No chance to win it, no defuse kit available. Interesting execution there from FURIA. A plethora of utility deployed towards up, and then down the vents they go. It would have been the quick plan, but they were sabotaging their efforts there, as it was, I believe, Faven who actually manages to disrupt the plant, but then here it comes. Drop, managing to find the double kill, shutting them down, and no chance of that defuse whatsoever. Fun door play coming through, and they will be tied up 8-8.
I'm pretty sure Art had a jump scare there as soon as Keto dropped on him as he was trying to plant that one. But yeah, so many moving pieces for FURIA in this, and you're already starting to see just how they're expanding their playbook. That's just kind of a small round, just a pistol round, but it's so much more than, I'd say, what they're used to, which is just ramp hit, A hit. It's a lot going on, and that's actually a good sign. I like what we're getting from FURIA. It does seem like they're trying to push their playbook into a more modern direction.
Well, this is an assertive push down towards Secret. It is pretty much the full eco. A couple of Zeuses available for Big. First kill will come through, courtesy of Safe with that MAC-10, but quickly equalized. Krimbo will find one, trying to salvage the weapon and gain some information here, but Art will take care of him.
Yeah, not going to be too exciting for Keto now. That Zeus, not going to get him far. That weapon retrieval is tempting, I'm sure, but that's what Art is going to stick around. They've got so much time. Just hoping to force these CTs out of their nooks and crannies.
Pretty thorough stuff.
Yeah, he's actually just going to remove that weapon from anyone's naughty hands. Going to throw it out of the map, yeah.
Just a little awkward to juggle it up the stairs, but it's gone.
FURIA almost certainly going to be taking the lead now on their T-side campaign. 2-0 locked in, but the guns come out in the third. Now the thing is, if you don't buy in the second, you get $2,400 on top of your 2K, so certainly will be a compromise setup here on the CT side, but certainly serviceable. Even with the Zeus in towards the vents, it might be able to get a kill. You never know.
Drop has the safest angle for that. Poor Faven's not going to have a chance in hell. And good to see the SMGs actually get farming up some frags as well. Safe will get himself an extra $600. Saving up the schmeckles, the FURIA support team. There is a whole entourage of FURIA members in the studio today. You can hear the kind of golf claps litter.
Yes.
As they're very happy with what they're seeing. This is a good T start. We were talking about FURIA's T side really leveling up and evolving, and we might get a nice example of that here. Because, I mean, Big are a perfect kind of gatekeeper litmus test team when you have developed or expanded upon your map. Well, Big will make sure that they test it thoroughly. Keto's pulled out the alligator.
Yeah.
That might be the good gun for this round, though. Given FURIA's buy, you would expect an A hit.
Oh, but he's burned so down, so crispy.
Oh my goodness.
The double molly. Keto had nowhere to stand.
That's wild. A blanket of fire. This takes over the upper bomb side there. Dispatches of Keto. They've got a 5-on-4 here and lower bomb site control. This is excellent from FURIA. KSCERATO down towards window room, and CTs with little control of lower. We have got Tabson lying in way with the M4. But where's the final move? Still with a couple of flashes and smokes. FURIA waiting for the reactive play to come through. Still a minute on the clock.
Yeah, they're just holding on, waiting for Big to make some kind of proactive play, walk right into the hands of FURIA. It's not coming, though. Big are just comfortable with their setup. It may be to their own detriment, though, because this heavy ramp lean doesn't seem to be what FURIA are attracted to.
Yeah, there is definitely a path of least resistance. Whether they'll find it remains to be seen. Smoke is well timed. So now they'll have very little time. If they want to join KSCERATO, they either have to wait for that smoke or go ramp into that boost. Big are playing this well. KSCERATO, though, still always a threat. Hasn't made the sound cue, hasn't announced his presence. Molly towards CT vent. Smoke main, it all reeks of topside, but they can still go down the vents, and here they come. Perfect. Path of least resistance found. Krimbo, though, does tuck in time. Good angle from Tabson. Needs the multi-kill. Only gets the one. Krimbo tested. And still only the one from him. That was really game-defining, or rather round-defining, as Safe hits the shot.
Yuri's on the backstab as well from Squeaky Door. This will be incredibly difficult now. First kill will go in favor of Big. Down to the 2-on-2. No kits available and utility. Here comes the backstab, as mentioned. That's a guaranteed frag. And just poor old Hyped here. He's had a fantastic game so far. Fantastic tournament, if I'm honest. But this one seems like a stretch too far. Bomb ticking at some pace now over the halfway point. Needs a quick kill, which he will find, but how does he find the second and get a defuse in?
Yeah, no
Flash. I like that. The 10-second defuse just doesn't sound great, but the fake, and Yuri plays it so well. Swings out wide, survives, and runs down the time. Perfect. As FURIA continue their undefeated spree, 3-0 on this T side.
Can we talk about the upper execution with the Molotovs there? I didn't see that there was a single area of the upper bomb set that wasn't engulfed in flames. That was wild.
Cool. He would have had to stand like front silo.
Yeah.
And no one wants to be there, obviously. Any portion of that.
Look at it.
Yeah, we got to see this back.
Where do you go? CT Ven is well covered.
And he was flashed, so by the time he gets his vision back, he's getting out of one molly and backs up into another.
Yeah, very nice. That's some tactical prowess there from FURIA. What an execution. So,
It's done.
has to be the partial buy from Big. Not a foregone conclusion they give this round up, or certainly will be challenging. A boost above the T-Vent here, trying to look towards Squeaky Door. Can stand and get better vision. It's getting a little bit clumsy though from main. Oh dear.
Backstab.
Yeah, no one was watching Yard as they faffed around with that. Leads to a lovely opening for FURIA double from KSCERATO and Yuri. The rest should just fall beautifully into place. That's the fight he's waiting for. KSCERATO puts himself up to 16 now. Another multi-kill round from him. There's the M4 lost. And hard to retrieve if you have to cross KSCERATO's line of fire.
I'm actually really liking FURIA's mid-rounds on all of these. They're just playing with so much more poise than we're always used to. Sometimes Art would just fling himself out there, try to just get some unnecessary information, but this time around, they're just playing to punish. They're always waiting for Big's reaction, and it's actually working very well in their favor.
Guys, I'm getting word of an announcement we need to make clear. After this map, there's going to be a very special 1v1 going place over there between Dinko and Harry in the quarterfinals of the Angel. So straight after this map, don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. That's going to be one of the hottest matchups of the day.
I've got a little tidbit.
Okay.
Harry says he wants to go Deagle only.
I've heard about this.
He wants
I
to-
don't think it's a good idea.
As
All
the
I'm
one
saying-
seed.
All I'm saying is Harry definitely got the top seed for a reason. Man is a brainless ape that can click. Incredible. But
Okay.
Dinko on the other hand, I nearly beat him. That's something. It was a 10-9 game.
Yeah.
I got him to 10 HP. It was one bullet in it.
Right.
I just
Wow.
don't see a world where Dinko can touch the Zug of Harry.
But if it's Deagle only,
Well, he's doing that. He's giving himself, like, that's how confident he is.
Yes.
He's giving himself like a, what do they call it?
handicap.
Thank you.
yeah.
He's good with the deagle, don't get me wrong, but you have to the draw time as well. Like, that map is real fast-paced. You have to draw the deagle first, reposition, then hit your shot.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the move to be making, but what a statement it would be for the rest of the competitors if he pulls it off.
Yeah, you got to add the extra asterisks as well. I don't know how Harry's going to adapt to the standing desk setup. You know, like I think he's a bit of a creature of habit when he's set up. He gets it all lined up just right. We'll see, we'll see. In fact, that's all coming up after this. We should probably focus on the game in front of us, though, as FURIA continue their undefeated T-side streak.
They were 7-1 down as well. Bear that in mind. So this is a great resurgence from them. Really seeing the power of their T-side here. Godby has called for the timeout to coordinate the troops, work out what the next stance will be. They have confirmed there is a hyped AWP. Currently finding themselves 4-0 down in the second half.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing. You can see why Godby's getting on the mic, because for the last 11 rounds on both sides, it's the last 11 rounds of Counter-Strike, FURIA have won 10 of them.
Yep.
That's pretty bleak for the German squad. They do need to shake it off.
This is good of round as any to get that to happen, though. I think Hyped is really the reason that Big actually can start focusing on Nuke and making it their pick. He has been so active. He is always looking for a new type of way to find an opener.
Yeah, we'll see if the yard smoke give him an option. Forced to hut smoke extinguish. Keita will hold fast. This is where you get to see the FURIA wallbangs, as they are very deliberate with this. It may feel like it's random, but there's Krimbo eating some hot lead from Art.
Yeah. That will put you in
lining up.
Awkward position now towards Ram. You can't really play for that one and done and drop down. You're just playing for pure information, getting the hell out of there. You're so vulnerable now. But he has got backup. Taps in, providing covering fire, but he goes down quickly. Should be the double kill here. Krimbo does well to get one, but he's committed now. Has to try and stick around. And man advantage given over to FURIA. Still a minute on the clock. No smokes, so getting down towards lower will be challenging. But Keto, he's going to try and defend with the M4A4. Bravely challenges the AWP, but he is punished.
That was a Hail Mary play for Keto. Just wanting to aim duel his way out from the squeaky door.
I guess, like, what else can you do? Otherwise, they've got full lower control. If he gets one and survives, maybe it's a different outcome, but that should be, they can even go back into the vents and towards upper here. We'll see if that's what they want to do.
That's probably overthinking it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Okay. Doesn't seem likely. We obviously still have this agent in Favin just waiting at the control stairs. Could do a little bit of economic damage at the end of this one, but probably for not.
It's not worth, I don't think.
No. Just keeping the gun is much more important for him and Big's chances moving forward. Man, that was just a really great ramp take, though, from FURIA. Good smoke.
I like the smoke.
The molly, too, to get that person off from potentially doing the one-way on the box. Okay, actually, that's pretty significant, but I still feel like you would have rather just had that M4 in the next round.
Yeah, they've got a ton of money on the T side. They're going to get another 3,500 on top of their average 4K right now. So yeah, they're high rolling. Hype does save the AWP. He has simmered off slightly in this second half. Haven't seen too much from him, but he has got the AWP. Diffuse kit, bit of utility as well. And the loss bonus is great, but again, it's more partial buy territory in the dying stages of this opening map picked by Big. As you said, the ramp take was, I think, a beauty here and safe. That was the all-important frag. Keto, it was a wild maneuver. If he pulls it off, he'd be the hero, but unfortunately, doesn't work out. We enter round number 21. MP9's out, and the saved AWP as well. So FURIA definitely the advantage, but by no means a foregone conclusion. They pick this one up.
Oh my god, he's not stopping for anyone! Keto just puts pedal to the metal. And Safe just doesn't really know what hit him.
Wow. Okay.
He did not release W whatsoever, and Hype's actually got a gap. Art's going to walk straight through! Dear, that's a sitter.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, and on that round where you are the only one with the big gun.
And he's been playing so well.
He has.
Just too fast for his own good.
Okay, Tabston dead eventually.
It's still interesting here. And Big could go for this late lobby crunch. If they find a timing here on dropping KSCERATO, it has to be soon, though. Okay, they're actually letting him go. They've slipped the net. And this gives FURIA a lot of options.
The bombs, though, very late lobby. There's a world where that...
That's true.
Could be Krimbo's frag.
They're
coming now.
Oh.
Where's Yuri? Oh, he's just arriving. They've left him for dead. Oh. And they've caught KSCERATO, not dead yet on the site. Both confirmed on the site. Distraction good, frag better, drop, tagged up a little. Finished off by Favor, and Krimbo onto Yuri. It's happening. 6 HP, they scream. Can Krimbo give Big their first CT round? He certainly should, but it's KSCERATO. You can never write him out of anything. Even with a scrap of health, he's got the AK in play. Oh my god, Krimbo. One bullet would do it. And with 15 seconds, that molly may be round defining.
I think he's done enough here. Krimbo, with all the advantages you could ask for, 10 seconds remaining. It would have to be a perfectly placed headshot. There's no time to plant anymore, and he knows it. Bails out, and that is going to be the first round for Big. It's by virtue of the pistols, the AWP didn't really have a knock-on effect at all, but the 5-7 certainly did. It all started with that push towards her, the non-stop push in towards lobby, and there it is. It'll be a tactical timeout, and called by God B after winning a partial buy there.
Probably letting them know that that's exactly what you needed. You know, you let one of them slip in the first half, now you've had one back. Should level the odds a little bit.
Yeah, they needed that, and it's a most welcomed round here. We go 12-9 into round number 22. As mentioned, the money's still very strong for FURIA, but that wasn't part of the script at all. Recovering an AK-47, they still have the AWP in hand, and Big are actually going for a double AWP setup themselves, taking a leaf out of FURIA's playbook. I mean, the hands of Krimbo and Hype. So traditionally, you'd have one towards ramp, one towards outside, and the former being the turret style, allowing you to have just one player towards ramp and having a very strong hold. But as mentioned in the first half, the retakes become incredibly difficult. But I actually like this adjustment. We'll see what they can do with it.
I think this is actually pretty good for Krimbo. He's been playing ramp, and it's been pretty difficult for him. The one round he got that multi-kill was off the back of him actually having a teammate there to help him. So now they can just let him stay there. He can just post up on his own, and Hype can stay mobile, stay active with this other op.
See if FURIA can rumble their own weapon in the sense of double AWPs on their CT side. Ooh, interesting smoke wall. It's definitely got an exploitable gap that Tamsin may be able to outline as he has a look and finds it. The frag comes through. As easy as that this time for Tamsin.
He's bailed out as well, yeah. Bit of a fumble there from FURIA, but Yuri trying to pick up the pieces. He has got some positional control. Might be the frag guaranteed, and he pulls one back. Back to the 4-on-4. CTZO. Is there any sort of reaction? Do they push in towards lobby here? Apparently not. Holding strong towards up. And remember, it's that AWP towards ramp, so he'll be playing towards trophy room right now. Quite a committed position.
And they're coming in that top side. Favor's going to have a lot on his plate, and well played by Drop and KSCERATO. Nearly clean. Drop will trade, and the site is lost. The round to follow. Krimbo's not going to be wanting to lose that AWP, a prize purchase for the next round of play.
Yeah, it'll have to be more of the same into that next round. Partial buy around the AWP. Hope to make it work with the 5-7s. They've got Keto with $3,000, the hero of the previous round, but they'll get $2,900 per player. So he can buy himself, maybe drop like a FAMAS, but that's about it. I'd say it's a partial buy, and this allows FURIA to go up 13-9, maybe even 14 with the current financial situation.
This FURIA T side is officially getting a bit scary because they already had the potency with their A pops, their ramp hits. You could see that those outlines are those procedures are very well outlined. But now that they're throwing in these outside mix-ups, I think that gap in those smokes was unintentional, though. I do not think they did that on purpose. But if they just have these little gimmicks to find some space, a kill in that area, then they've really opened up this entire map. And so many teams copy FURIA for plays when it comes to the T side of Nuke. They've already been stealing all of their ramp hits, their outside, their A hits, and I think that they're going to start looking at what's going on here too.
Had this been a deliberate gap, you'd have seen Art with some sort of pre-fire, pre-aim.
Yeah.
But that's certainly not something we wouldn't see from FURIA. I'm sure lots of teams have definitely got gaps, deliberate gaps they're leaving to force.
KSCERATO said yesterday on the desk that they just miss smokes on this map sometimes.
Great.
He doesn't know that.
Just after you sat there and talked about how deadly their T side's starting to look.
Well, they have in the past. In the past year, they've missed some outside smokes.
That's fair, as we do still see a substantial gap.
Yeah, I don't think that's on purpose either. If we're being real.
Like, lads, what's going on? You're terrifying, but you're also not.
All right, well, a chance to find round number 14. Down the height once again with the saved AWP. As mentioned, it's a partial buy. They've opted for a single M4 to boost their chances here in round number 23 and probing towards outside potentially. Keto in towards main entrance. be joined by Tabson. He'll have the P250.
If they can
Kevlar
find two
combo.
of these, Hank, if they can find two of these half pistols and
Yeah.
saved rifles, that would be massive for Big Clan. The fact that, ooh, hinges on an awkward duel. Tabson had all the time in the world for that, but long range and not the weapon for it. Keto does reveal the M4 main. He's going to be stared at by Save. Going to practice some, control, self-control. Keto's timed it well, confirms. At least one slip through, and Yuri on the clear does go down. Good damage from Keto. Gives his team something to work with.
Yeah, possible now. We still have the hyped AWP out and about. 2 players down towards lower, including that sniper. Marvin with the squeaky door control, a key interaction here. If FURIA find this frag, the round could be over. It's a double dink!
Oh.
And a chance now. They can still go for this one.
Yeah, he's given them a lot to work with. I'm not sure if he can communicate the one's dink, but dink on to drop.
Oh, that's a horrible smoke to receive.
Perfect. Kit available on the squeaky side.
So they've got an AK and an AWP, a flash, but no kit. Possible to win it still. Looks like they're going for it. Flash to come through, and a chance for Krimbo to strike. Here we go.
Off the flash, KSCERATO still has vision, but it is hype that finds drop, and just like that, big 2 for 2 in these save rifle conversions. This is getting exciting. That's the first time we've seen Big Clan, or not the first time we've seen Big Clan post a CT round, but both off the back of some heroics. Keto this time with the double, Krimbo and Hype to close, both hitting their necessary shots.
Big are getting it done, but it's in such chaotic fashion. It's usually FURIA, the kind of team that wins in these kinds of situations, but Big are actually making some magic of their own. The pistols just working out so well for them. That Favin swing from door to find that double lineup right there, that was paramount.
So it will be the tactical timeout from FURIA as we see Big find double digits here. A couple of lifelines with these partial buys. It's been a pretty disastrous second half, but they're still on their feet, alive and kicking. As we do have the final buy from FURIA here. Lose this one, they're down to an eco themselves. They have the safe AWP, which has been potent, posting 20 frags. KSCERATO also up there with 20. It's Art who hasn't got too much done for FURIA so far, 8 and 18. As we get into round number 24. Must-win round for both teams, to be honest with you. Both of them feeling the financial woes, but Big with a little bit more residual cash as Hyped has survived a couple now. So here we go. Wants to play. Outside smokes deployed early here from FURIA. There's been a couple of gaps, to say the very least, and Hyped playing on the front foot this time, looking for this opening frag towards outside.
Oh, he's been spotted out. Hype does not adjust, and Yuri exploits him. It's a nasty death to concede. Costs Big Clan greatly.
He just held expecting a repeat from the same spot.
After being spotted out as well, it came all too easy to Yuri. And Art's been given a gift to have that 5v4 advantage, to be able to call around that. So early into the piece, they can go wherever they want, unless the fight's brought to them. Lads, this is very aggressive. KSCERATO just laughing at him. Drop as well. Good for the headshot. Big Clan just crumble.
There
And as they molly it as well, Krimbo's options completely nullified.
Yeah, Tabson was towards Secret as well, so this is just a save. Nothing you can do with this one, I'm afraid. Krimbo will have to go join him in towards CT spawn potentially, but the bomb will go down, and it all started with the aggressive AWP play towards outside. They pick that frag up, and then the round completely collapses for them. Tabson spots player towards side. That's going to be Yuri, but even if he does find that frag, doesn't mean a whole lot. They can go down in the end. Just Krimbo now towards lower.
That's a little bit of frustration from Tabson. There's just no reason to honestly commit to that fight, and he knows that too. But you have nothing left moving into the next round. Krimbo has this singular AK. Hype will be able to equip an op for himself, a hero op.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to do more because he's been just completely silent in this half.
Yeah, lights out in the first, but completely silenced here on the CT campaign. Krimbo at least will survive this. They get $2,400, I believe, into the next round, so not ideal, but enough. He can drop a FAMAS. Hyped could buy the AWP and still drop a gun. I think a tactical timeout is certainly required here as we get to the bookend of this first map picked by Big.
Yeah, worth highlighting as well, if you have just joined us and missed the desk, we've talked a little bit about what's at stake here, and it is just for that playoff spot. The loser, though, is going to be condemned to that last chance, and already chock-a-block full of teams. Movistar Riders playing Soar in that one for the 6th, 7th, and Survival, and it will be Complexity waiting in the wings to receive the loser of this game. So you can do it. You can secure playoffs today.
Yeah.
And with 14 in the bank on Big Clan's pick, FURIA looking like they are taking a giant step in that direction. 3 timeouts burned. God B. Once again, the gag order issued. He's going to be holding his breath as he watches the rest of this transpire.
So, as mentioned, they had enough for an AWP and the option to drop a couple of weapons. They certainly have done that, and KSCERATO will bring out the Alligator for a second time. Will it be able to cause significant damage, though? It did nothing before. As we enter round number 25 here, KSCERATO heads towards ramp with the shotgun. Boosted up potentially. We'll see.
Just initial hold on the smoke, and yep, you're right, Henry. We're just gonna set him here, leave him be, and now Krimbo can fortify a defense elsewhere. Might want to actually set Tabson up at some point.
Oh,
okay, another gap.
Well, it's tough. Basically, the smoke wall that you can throw from one position, all 3 smokes, you have to do 1 standard jump throw, 1 walk jump throw, and 1 run jump throw. It's like bloody complex. And absurd.
Wow.
Oh, a master of his craft does take down Tabson's warehouse push. And now they've got all the room in the world. They know it's unlikely Hyped is going to be occupying this. And the Krimbo, he's got a lot on his plate. FURIA just looking like the better team today.
Yeah. This has been excellent calling from Art, a guy that's been under so much scrutiny lately, but these mid-rounds have been excellent.
Well, can they convert it?
Clear, mate. What do you reckon of this? Do you clear Keto?
You would, but it could be overlooked here. There's a chance.
Oh, this could be the double. Huge, huge! Not enough! It needed to be 2.
Any other gun.
It was almost a world that works out for a double kill, but 4 on 2. Not impossible to convert this one. Hyped is still alive and kicking, but smoke's going down on the lower bomb site. Should confirm a plan, and when the C4 goes down, that should be it. We will have CT's position towards up, but that's Hyped. And Farven will be just behind him as well, watching Heaven, so won't be going for this one, unfortunately. And it's going to be map point on their opponent's pick. FURIA looking like they're in a very strong position now.
At this point, do you guys reckon the smokes are supposed to connect? It's been multiple times
It's
now.
difficult to tell, honestly. The fact they just keep throwing the same thing over and again. Surely they see the gap when they go out there as well. Someone's already got to talk about it, but it's working, so...
Oh, dear. Hyped getting absolutely pantsed on that one. To jump bait of the shot. FURIA up to 15, and just 2 rounds to celebrate on their defensive half here, Big Clan. They have got very little going for them. And it was, you know, a very competitive first half. It was looking dominant. 7-1 start on your T side of Nuke. And then FURIA happens.
I think the word we usually describe these kinds of games with is sustainability. The wins that Big found were off the back of these half buys, these chaotic rounds, these clutches, and everything else. FURIA just through and through the superior team in the second half. The mid-round stronger, even with the gaps in the smoke, their openers have been better too. And when they do want to exec onto a bomb site, I mean, they're throwing so many mollies, so many flashes that Keto's had no business in some of these rounds when he's on that A defense.
Well, could be the final round of play here. The Panthers looking for the knockout punch. There will be a timeout called by the Brazilians, in fact. Coordinating themselves here around number 26. Don't want to be messing around. They know they're up against a low buy, and it will be back-to-back timeouts as well by the sounds of things. Or no, this is bonus music for you. Just a bit of a bonus tune.
It's a
little encore.
So, as mentioned, MP9s for masses and a dream. Big need every single round from here on out to force overtime. 5 in a row would be the only way to do it.
And only 1 smoke for Big.
Okay, that's not ideal at all. I didn't notice
the utility. Let's go safe. 1.
I'm going to go follow them outside myself. Let's have a look.
This is the walk. Yeah, lovely. And they'll throw the 3rd on the fly. Oh, no, actually, you don't even need it.
No. Oh, no, it's good. It's good. Thumbs up.
Green tick in the box as Hype gets two
Okay.
They hit the
FAMAS.
smokes.
Exactly.
It's a bad omen, actually.
So when they miss the smokes, they win the round. When they hit the smokes, they get double sprayed by Hype.
That's wild.
That's, I mean, just a divine intervention for him.
I think he has more FAMAS kills than op kills this half now.
That's potentially true as well.
Yeah.
Don't think I've seen too many of those. But Hyped is going to be counting on Tabson's proficiency here. He's got his FAMAS equipped. He's going for that jump for info, banging his head off of the door frame. He's not getting much info off of it.
Oh, no. Okay, he spotted. Spotted.
It's fine.
There's got to be a
Clean one.
rotation, though. It's 25 seconds left.
He's
Okay,
on his way.
Krimbo's coming.
He is on his way. Tabson's called for aid.
A FAMAS and an MP9 on this defense.
Oh, you know, the AWP posts up on the other side of things as well. That setup. Gonna be aggressive. I like that. Krimbo, 2 on the MP9. FURIA gonna lose everything here, and it's gonna be some lovely upgrades as well. This is exactly the kind of round they needed. Hoover up those AKs, 4 alive. Everything Big Clan need now for a 5-round run.
Well, the Hyped double kill.
What a gift.
The smokes were successful, but the bullets managed to penetrate, take both of them down, and let's have a look at it once again. So fortunate for sure, but still, you'll take that all day long. They did a bit of a lifeline there, and it's Krimbo closing things out with that MP9. Excellent work, and they've upgraded to the AK-47s. 4 in a row, and a CT7 you're fully equipped is certainly possible.
See if Arkin can have some killer instinct on the call here.
Well, Big have prevented an early opener for the side of FURIA. And that's the first test. A lot more round to be played, a lot more utility for the side of FURIA. Krimbo right behind this smoke. Okay, very risky, but it works out in his favor.
He got very fortunate. That was drop. He was full health, and now Hyped will catch the swing of KSCERATO. Art was brought low by that spray initially, and that nade could even finish him off if he's not careful. No, Safe will get chipped away at. Big, another strong opening stance. Rolling up their sleeves, trying to get the dirty work done. This is great from Keto. Plays the fade, maintains the spray, has the bomb and the double. Down goes Art. This one falls to Safe. Helpless with the AWP, and 5 should find him. Tabson just evacuates the line, and it's held. Ooh, by Faven. Good tag, quick scope from Safe. Could get another.
They wouldn't, would they?
They wouldn't dare.
Not the one-by-one maneuver to throw the round and the map.
Nah, hold your horses. Safe's good, but Big Clan, a couple of blemishes on their report card, but it's all fine. It's all good in the hood. Hype secures it. So 2 of the 5 with big ticks in the boxes. And that those T finances, in the absence of plants in those last 2, are going to start being whittled away at.
Round 27 was the first, let it be known, that Big were able to win a gun round.
Yeah, true. And it's quite a convincing one as well.
Yeah, it was a good one. Good hold early on. They just didn't give up an opening pick for free. So they forced FURIA to try to find something themselves in the mid-round in the 5-on-5, and that's where the defense really worked out for Big.
Well, faster pace potentially here. Upper rush coming through, trying to extinguish the flames. We're taking a lot of damage en route. Double kill comes in from Keto, mowing them down with the AK-47. Yuri desperately trying to respond with the Galil, but taking a lot of damage himself. He'll be dropped by the in-game leader, and the bomb goes down. It's a partial buy, and it's a knife kill for fun. Love to see that. And there might be a chance of this comeback. Overtime might be on the cards, or in the cards, depending on where you're from.
Yeah, certainly. In or on. You've been doing both, actually, Maui. You know, you've been in the States and the UK for periods of your life. Are they in the cards or are they on the cards?
In the cards refers to tarot readings for me. On the cards is like...
Poker.
Oh, really? That's what you guys think it is? I thought it was always just like a wrestling term or something. Like you're holding up a card or something like what's in the next round. But I know it's
We've
just...
opened up Pandora's box again here.
I know it's just... on the cards is just British, in the cards is just American.
Yeah, it just means possible or likely.
Yeah. But
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. It's always nice to have that back at Pro League.
It's been a while.
that age-old debate.
fortune telling, yeah.
Reference to fortune-telling tarot cards. Well done. Oh, careful now, Faven, as he does manage to dip down the vent for survival more than anything else. But already FURIA are out, and that's a scary spray. Hyped, how are you alive? How is he still alive? Drops into the site. Good nade from Tapson. Yuri aggressing, kept at bay by the smoke as Hype needs to pull the trigger at one point. As he does, onto Art, going very wide. Forced into a smoke. Nice defense with Keto in support. Flash will subside and Safe will descend. The bomb will go down.
That's the maneuver.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, is it? They still have a Molotov, 4 flashes here. The AWP on the retake as well. Hype down to 34 points of health. And they've got to negate the vents here and hope that no one's waiting.
They've done enough. They've done so much work. No one in lobby housekeeping the vent drop, but that's Kazir's drop. Ready and receiving. One more frag for FURIA to take Big's pick. An intense head-to-head. Krimbo, the last of 4, but what a T-side haul this is from FURIA. They end it as they mean to go on. Dominance from the South Americans as a 9-round haul on their T-side. Bests Big. And there is a big game coming up next as well. I will remind you, not only is this series not done, but the series about to be heating up in the one-on-one.
It's absolutely true, Alex. Dinko taking on Harry, the #1 seed. We are going to take a very quick break and be back with the epic 1 versus 1 straight after this.